Yeah, we're talking security now, and but before that, we've got this news, this very interesting one. The kidnapped Nuhu Bamali Polytechnic students, remember them? They have been released, and yes, you see some of the images right there. So the students and the members of staff have been released. Well, if you do remember, sometime on the 10th of June, that attack occurred, and then that was the bandits did attack the main campus of that Nuhu Bamali Polytechnic Zaria in Kaduna State on Thursday night on the day. So they went there in their large numbers. At about 11 p.m., we were told 2 lecturers and 8 of those students, making up the 10 persons, were kidnapped at the time. And unfortunately, I think one student was confirmed dead, while one person was injured and several others kidnapped. But now, as we see there, they have been released. So we'll get you more information on that one as we get them. So that is the least gladdening story. It gladdens a lot of people's hearts as we see it there now. So let's get on to Mathias Tsado. He joins us next from Kaduna as well. Some developments making the rounds there yesterday. Not very good to hear, actually. It was also concerning security. Well, as the country focuses on trying to improve our lot in security, Kaduna again in the news for this particular matter. So what is the mood in the town at the moment? You may need to unmute. Well, if you can hear me, we can't hear you actually. So could you check if you need to unmute yourself? There you go.
Hello, Chamberlain. Can you hear me now?
Loud and clear.
Okay, fine. It was my earpiece that probably was causing problem, but that's fine.
Okay.
So as regards to the happenings in Kaduna State and the nation at large, I think it has been something that people like me have spoken about consistently, that these problems have become these problems were created by failure of leadership in the past, and even the current system, nothing seems to have changed. And mostly, I see that we have tried to solve these problems from the head, not try to address the issues that are giving rise to the current challenges that we are facing as a nation. How do you explain a situation where the moment there is any need for people to gather on the streets to fight or to protest or to demonstrate, thousands of youths come out from nowhere and they occupy the streets? Do you know what it would be like if these young people were actively engaged in factories, working in construction sites, or working in different places? But how do you get such kind of thing? How do you have a situation where the country, we have millions of young people roaming the streets of the country, and without any means of survival? And you expect that you're going to have peace, where politicians in the same country are busy, living a life of luxury, where you have politicians whom I would say have demonstrated a sense of irresponsibility in handling the challenges in the society. So really, if we are going to address these issues, thank God for the news that is coming out from Nuhu Bamali. But if you look at what is happening currently, they release people. They pick some another set, they pick another set, and this is becoming more like a drama in the country. And for people like us, it is becoming irritating that this cycle will continue to go on like this. People were sleeping in their houses in early hours of yesterday morning, and people came into their houses, broke the fence, broke the doors, broke the wall of the houses, and gained access to these people. Picked 15 people, women, were nursing mothers. Look, these things are not. These are not the things that we want to be talking about as a country. These are not the things that we want to be talking about at this time. The situation in the country is worrisome. And believe you me, the way, the system, the idea, the approach by the political class, as far as I'm concerned, is going to continue. If they want to continue in that dimension, in that direction, we are going to continue to have more and more of this. I'm not predicting doom, but this is the reality. We must address this issue right on from the position of leadership. The leadership of this country must take full responsibility, and we have to begin to look for immediate solutions, structures, and how to handle this problem. The current situation in the country, particularly in Kaduna, some of us cannot sleep. You cannot. I believe you me honestly. You don't want to go to bed before 3 a.m., before 4 a.m. in my area at the moment, because you just don't know what can happen. You have children, you have kids sleeping in their house, and you have to keep checking around. This early morning, I was trying to, just walking around the house, and my mother-in-law, who stays in the house, came out to check. Oh, who is there? This is how bad the situation is. So I really don't know how better to express how disgusted I am about the leadership, the failure of leadership in Nigeria today.
One of the things that's I find disturbing about all of this, Mr. Tsado, is the fact that it always seems to catch us unawares. Insecurity is not strange to human history. It's always been there. But perhaps one of the challenges of modern history would be how these things happen without us knowing ahead and getting ahead of it. Most of the time we just seem to react. But one other thing, that one would want to ask is the reasons for the insecurity is really not unknown. Getting ahead of it, that is the challenge. Economic reasons, mostly, the police has said over and over again. How do you see us getting ahead of this? Do you think the authorities are asleep on the wheels?
Oh, well, Ayo, thank you. Good question. I think like most of us know, that this repetition for a society where we claim to have security system, where we claim to have what they call the DSS, all those that are responsible for intelligence gathering and what have you. You have people who were kidnapped from School of Forestry. You had people who were kidnapped from Greenfield. You had people, most of them have been released, and you want to tell me that the security system in Nigeria does not have not been able to gather these young people to get information about. In fact, I think from my own point of view, the problem is not even about knowing whether how to get to these guys who are in the forest. It's not even about how to identify them or how to get information about their activities again. This event that occurred in Bethel School, I'm aware that the bandits wrote a letter to the school to inform them that they are coming. Look, Ayo, if they write a letter to you today that they are coming to you, what do you think you can do? If they write a letter to people in Tsado today and tell them that they are coming, what do you think the people in Tsado will do? If they write a letter to the people in Malta today and say they are coming, what do you think the people will do? Nothing. How do you do it? What can you do? Where is the police in the whole of Kaduna South here? How many police stations do we have? How many of them are equipped? How many policemen are well trained? How many of them can confront these problems? So it's not even. It is a situation where these guys are confrontational. They are beginning to challenge the Nigerian system.
Yeah, you know, as we wind down this one, so could you tell us, I mean, yes, as you highlighted, maybe a lot more needs to be done, particularly empowering security agencies to do much more than they are currently doing. But what is when I spoke about the mood, I was trying to find out, what are groups, people doing? I know that the other day, youths protested blocking the Kaduna Kachia Road as a result of this kidnappings going on. But are the estates, the associations, the residents, the youth groups, are they pulling together to see whatever it is that they can do to share information and collaborate? Is that happening?
Well, you see, the situation is that people just, I think what happened yesterday was just a spontaneous act. People got tired of what is happening, and then they took to the streets to protest, to say, look, this cannot be allowed to continue. At the moment, I know of a woman, one of my personal assistants, whose cousin was kidnapped in Bethel, that all that they do at the moment is that they go to school, they go there to go and kneel down and pray. They go there to go and sit down, and they are hoping that some miracle could happen. The mood is, in fact, I was listening to a program on radio this morning, and people were really, really very sad because bandits, just to shock you, bandits asked that people who their children were kidnapped in Bethel should bring some food items. I'm aware that the school authorities sent 9 bags of rice to these guys, and it was rejected. Chamberlain, the thing is, it's not, see, the people are not finding it funny. I do not know if there are activities that are coordinated activities that are being planned by the people to take to personal self-defense, like the governor of Katsina State has advised, and that the Minister of Defense has also advised at some point. But really, even if we want to defend ourselves with words.
All right, we do thank you for your perspectives, and we'll keep hopping and trying to see what can be done, and encourage security agencies and prod the authorities to do a lot more. Thank you, and all the best.
Thank you very much.